Hello and welcome back. Today we're playing Scrap Mechanic. Now, this is a new game, and well, it's not just new in the sense that I recently bought it. No, it's also new. Literally just came out. So, yeah, I love this game. I mean, I saw like 3 videos and I was like, okay, that's it. I have to buy it because honestly, I remember feeling similar for Besiege, falling in love with games. No, I remember thinking the same thing for Besiege, but then I realized but Besiege doesn't really have. Well, it has a lot of possibilities and it's very fun on the levels and everything, and it's still an alpha, so you know, and it's very well made. But this is just so much cooler. I mean, you have flippin' everything. I mean, I can't really say it because, you know, you have thrusters in Besiege too, well, similar things. You have springs and wheels and blocks and everything in Besiege, but it's just different in the sense that there are so many more possibilities here. So, in this game, for a start, you actually walk around as a person. It's like a little pretty fat dwarf. So let me just start out. He should pull his pants up, by the way. I mean, just look at him. Anyway, let me just start out by showing you. Right, that's on the left. There's a lift, so I have to get rid of that. Oh god, the lag. Oh god. Okay. Let me start out by showing you my amazing house. You can see the frame rate up there. It's not very impressive. I don't know if I should be able to see its fraps. Anyway, not recording this with fraps though. The frame rate is very bad on this house, but it works. Kinda. So should just flop in, but that one didn't. Anyway, got the lag. So anyway, you can see these doors open inwards. Also powered by engines. Don't look around now. Don't look at the wheels. See, this is a perfectly normal house, and well, there's not much inside it for now. But there's this. Oh god. Okay. So from up here, I can control the door, and I can control, surprise, surprise, the house. And now observe the FPS. Or not, fine. Anyway, I can drive around with this house. I think the recording is making this all worse. There we go. I don't know what that was. And flip. Fudge. Anyways, so this house, yeah, it can steer. This is a very nice occasion to demonstrate what it can do. It can drive around. It can fold back in. It's actually seamless even from the bottom. Oh, whoops, that was a door. It's actually seamless even from the bottom, so see that and that. So now it just looks like a perfectly normal box or whatever. Only problem is, yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to get out now. Oh, come on. Yes. Okay. Let me get this lift. Okay, so yeah, this is basically just a lift, you know, like when building cars and stuff. So this game also has, you can build anything. So I built this car, right, which has steering on the front and the back, but not in the middle, obviously. Drives around very nicely. And those aren't its only features, so if I just drive around here, you might notice it's a bit wobbly and tends to almost flip over sometimes. But if I activate this, you can be fairly sure it will not flip over. maybe if it does flip over. As you can see, it doesn't really flip over. Although this is very loud, so I might want to come closer to the microphone. Let me just turn down the sound, because in the end I'll just be, you know, oh shit, the sound of the game's too loud. Well, what do I do now? Well, there's nothing you can do, because you can't really raise the volume of your voice after you've recorded it. So let me just turn that whole load down. Okay. So, if I just try to flip over here. Come on. Flip over. There we go. Okay, so it's a bit weird because the tires are apparently very heavy, and quite often it will just flip over by itself, or not. Even though I just have this, which will just flip it back over. And if I can get it to flip over completely, come on. How comes this car never actually flips over when you want it to flip over, but when you just want to drive normally it flips over all the fucking time? So let's just drive back here. See what I mean? Might have used some reverse psychology in the car there. So push this up again. Perfect. Park it under the house. Actually, I should turn this off. So I also have a switch here. Plop. There we go. Yeah, I've bought this game. I bought this game like yesterday. So I haven't built very much yet. This is my only world, and I also have this thing here, which is like a construction thing, because sometimes you can't fly around here like you can in Besiege, so sometimes it's a bit hard to build something when it's very tall. So I just built this to help me with that. Sadly, it only has 2 states, which means on the either top, well, moving, so 3 states, or bottom. I can't really adjust it to be in the middle or stop it. That's why I put a seat down there. I put a seat. What's this? Oh, right. Well, that wasn't very smart. Anyways, I put this seat here so that I could just, if I wanted to, go up halfway. So let me turn this on. Quick. There we go. See, so I'm not all the way to the top now, only like halfway, which is great. So, plop this back down. Sadly, there's no undo button in this game, so if you like detach something, there's really no way you can put it back. So I'll have to destroy this and put it back, which is not fatal in this case. Then what I've done just now actually is logic gates. Because I've tried in Besiege and, well, maybe possible, not that I have done it, also because you don't really have buttons or switches. So in Besiege it's not really possible. In Minecraft it's very easy, and so I just decided to do it here. So I have thrusters back here, which will turn on, well, they're the output basically. On means on, off means off. These are sensors. Now there's only one sensor at the moment, and it's like a proximity sensor, which means that, can you just get rid of this stupid thing? Thank you. Which means that if it has something in front of it, okay. If this has something in front of it, it will give out a signal for up to like 10 blocks, I think. So if there's something in in front of it, up to like 10 blocks, which is somewhere I don't know, then it will give off a signal. If not, or if the thing's too far away, it won't. So sadly that's not adjustable either. But you know, this game literally just came out, so I'm very happy with it. This is an AND gate. You can see by the lights if the switch is on or off. So one's on, thruster is off, Both are off, thruster is off, the other one's on, thruster is still off. And if I now turn both of them on, the thruster turns on. It's very simple, as you can see, the concept of putting this in the right position and this covering it, because if there's only the cover but this is in the wrong position, it won't turn on. But if it's in the right position but there's no cover, it won't turn on either. So that's very cool, and I got very excited because I had it was actually pretty easy to make. And when I realized this, I realized I could also make a NOT gate. So as you can see, this is on, first is off, there, and there you go. And that's really all you need to make a NOR gate. Now a NOR gate is only on when both inputs, no sorry, a NOT gate is only off when both inputs are on. A NAND gate, ow, I'm tired, never mind. An AND gate is only off when both inputs are on, so as the name says, it's a not AND gate, which means an AND gate, which is only on when this AND that is on, with a NOT gate behind it. If you don't know what logic gates are, by the way, you should really look it up, it's pretty fucking awesome. So, as you can see, both inputs are on, and this is off. I turn one off, thruster turns on, I turn the other off, thruster is still on, there. So as you can see, this little thing here is exactly the same thing that we have over here, just a bit smaller because, you know, more compact the better. You could probably combine this and stuff, but you know, I didn't want to do that. Also, by the way, how this works, if you already know Scrap Mechanic, I think it's pretty obvious how it works. There's just a bearing. There's just a bearing here, which is connected to this thing here. Which, yeah, I defaulted to turn 180 degrees because I couldn't really place the thing down here. So I placed it up here, defaulted it to 180 degrees. So when this is off, as you can see, the switch is off, this turns down and that turns that on. And when it's turned on, it's defaulted to that, but it turns back again. So that's how that works. And let's take a good look at this, and it's also not very complicated, this is even easier. Just turns both of these 180 degrees when you flick a switch, and the sensor obviously activates the thruster. Anyway, then yeah, this is the same, just a bit more compact as you might see, and this is still a NOT gate. This is annoying. This is still the NOT gate, and yeah, that's how it works. Now, obviously, if I made an AND gate and a NOT gate, I could make an AND gate, but with NAND gates, I can make XOR gates. Now, if you know what a XOR gate is, good for you. If you don't, bad for you. You should. No, just go look up a video. It's basically, okay, so XOR gate turns the output is on when either one of these is on, but not if both of them are, and if they're off, it's also off. So, both of them are off, this is off. Both of them are on, output is still off. But, if this one's on and this is off, this is on. The thruster is on. If this one's off and this one's on, the thruster is also on. So let me just turn on one, wait a bit, and there we go, it turns on. Turns back off. It also looks very satisfying. I mean, you can just, never mind, it's like partly mechanical and just looks awesome. Anyway, turn the other one on. Turns on. Now turn both on. Turns off. So that's very cool, I love that. Problem is, don't walk around on it because the sensors also sense players and then it will mess up. So, this has to be free of anything above it. And yeah, as you can see, there's just open sky above it, and this doesn't count because it's not over it. So, and besides, it's much So, it's not a light sensor, so don't think that it would get turned. So that it would get turned on. That it would turn on if there's a shadow on it, because it doesn't. So, since this took me a while to make, and I'm a very lazy person, and this is a mess to make. By the way, let me show you the making these and putting these in. It's just long and tedious work. It's not hard, but it's tedious, which makes it all the more annoying. Yeah, you could theoretically make an adder, and just with an adder and everything, you could probably make everything. Yeah, you can probably build a proper processor, a computer even, in this game, just because we can build a XOR gate. XOR gate doesn't mean you can build a whole computer, but the biggest part. So yeah, I'll probably be making more videos of this game soon, because I really love it, and I'll be building more stuff and making more worlds. There's also, I'll show you around this one, and there's also, I'll try to, because these are very nice platforms, I know. I mean, what else would you do on these platforms other than build on them? But the coolest thing would be to build a rocket, which I will do. I haven't actually reached the top yet, because I made a kind of a rocket. It was very small and crappy. But I just ended up flying slightly tilted, so it went over that way and just hit the wall over there. So I think it's a very high up world, which is all the better. And it's definitely taller than these poles, probably a lot taller. Yeah, I highly recommend this game. It's 20 euros on Steam, which I know is more than most, but it's worth it. Besides, it supports the developers and blah blah blah. Really does though. Even though Besiege was cheaper, but then again, this game is cooler. Or you could just wait. It will probably go on sale one day, but I just couldn't wait that long. I mean, I saw it on. Wait, well, that's not me. These are random animations. The guy just turned that thing. Never mind. The tools might look hard and the connections and everything, but honestly, it's just so easy. There's a manual in game. You spawn with it, so I just de-equipped it. You spawn with this in your hand, and you click it, left click, and yeah, it says all sorts of things. So you can read through this. You can click up here, and it tells you how to build a vehicle and everything. And yeah, so a lot of the things in this game are automatic, which makes it so much easier to do. And there's a driver's seat. You can also watch videos apparently, which I didn't do. Triggers. So, yeah, there's a switch button and sensor. See, that's what I meant. That's why I used the sensor. And this was attached to that, to a thruster. And then there's the controller, which is basically just a sequencer. So yeah, and then there's common questions. Oh no, my creation fell over. How do I lift it up again? With the lift. Where do I find the inventory with more building parts? You press I. How do I rotate parts? You press Q, or like Shift Q. How do I place or remove parts? You place using the left mouse button. It's basically the other way around than in Minecraft. How should I remove connection with the connect tool? You can simply grab the connection at the end and drag it to the other connect point again. How do I change the camera angle? Hold on the Alt key. Blah blah blah. Okay, that's boring. You can read this yourself. Have fun. And that's it. There are also lots of parts in this game. I'm sure this is not the end of it, but as you can see, there's everything. There's bearings, there's suspensions, there's 2 different suspensions, there's a driver's seat. Anyways, as I was saying before I was interrupted, I don't remember what I was saying. Anyways, I still wanted to show you some of the features in this game. There's the seat that used to be up there. This seat here, that is still connected, in fact. I can lol. That's cool. So this seat, as you can see, connected to, there are two engines hidden inside this rock part, as you can see here. I've got to cover them up, so there's one engine here and another one here. I'll close this up though. Oh, there we have. Connected to the engines. These engines are then connected to each of the wheels. The seat is pretty smart actually. It automatically detects if it's connected to an engine or if it's connected to a bearing, such as this one and this one over here. Then, if it's connected to an engine, if you press W and S, it will automatically activate those engines in the desired direction. Although if you press A and D, it will activate the bearings in the direction that you have to change depending on if it gets it right or not. For steering, so it's pretty straightforward and automatic. You get forwards, backwards, and steering. So yeah, then if you want to have more options, such as, I don't know what, you can see in my hotbar now, you can still hear the sound anyway of me selecting stuff. You can see in the hotbar, there's the switch. If I press the switch by pressing 1, it will activate the switch that's over there. This the switch on the middle of the truck, this one. I simply attached it to the seat. See, it says number 1, pink. This is attached to that. The seat is attached to the switch, and the switch to the controller / sequencer. So if I press 1 now, switch turns green, and the thing activates. Press it again, look at the switch, the light, switch turns off. And yeah. And I quite like that. Anyways, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you liked it. And yeah, stay tuned for more. I will make more videos. I know I have been, how should I put this, fairly inactive lately. Yeah. So yeah, whatever. Goodbye then.